Alpha, how may I take your order? Yeah, I know, right? Totally, I look like I should be working at a call center. There's a story behind why I actually went out and bought these the other day. And it has to do with Jordan over at The Art of Charm. Now, here's the deal. If you guys have been around for a while, you know that I did a video about The Art of Charm. And if you missed that video, it was pretty solid. It talks about how to be charming. There's a link down below in the description. Well, since I posted that video, I have developed a pretty good friendship with Jordan over at The Art of Charm. He's really been focusing on the podcast, okay? And they've been kicking ass, okay? They've got a podcast. It used to be a little bit more about like dating, right? The pickup podcast. Well, they flipped it, they switched it. And it's really taken on a new life. And it's really focused now on personal development and being the best guy that you possibly can be. And that's the key distinguishing factor about the guys over at The Art of Charm, is that they do encourage and help guys with dating, but instead of trying to teach tricks or trying to teach approaches and this and that, they're about making you feel great about yourself so that you have the confidence to achieve everything that you want. My hair messed up? I know that it was, and if you said it wasn't, you're lying. But here's the deal. The reason that I really dig them is because of that whole self-improvement. Let's take care of us. Let's make us the best versions of ourselves we can possibly be. And then the rest, we'll worry about that later. But first focus on you. That's what I say anyway. Anyway, here's the deal. He and I were talking. He said, Aaron, how would you like to give style tips at the end of each Art of Charm podcast? I said, Jordan, if there's one thing I like doing, it's talking. If there's something else I like doing, it's listening to your podcast when I'm doing cardio. Podcasts are interesting to me because I'm thinking to myself, this is just me. When am I going to have the time to sit down and listen to 50 minutes? Even if it's groundbreaking, earth-shattering stuff, which most of the time it is. For me, I decided and I figured out that the perfect time for podcasting is while I'm doing cardio. You get to listen to some insightful, incredible interviews. You're also getting some super cool tips to empower yourself. And the inaugural podcast that I'm featured on is with Francis Pedraza. He's a self-proclaimed minimalist, and he talks about the cost of stuff and the cost associated with disorganization. Now, I gotta tell you, I like the idea of being a minimalist, but I've got too much stuff and I like clothes too much in order for this to happen, but he does make some valid points and a great argument. He also talks about in this podcast how to say no to people without actually offending them and some other really cool stuff. Guys, there's a link down below to this specific podcast, but I encourage you, if you're into the whole self-improvement thing like I am, you definitely want to check it out. I think they post like 1 or 2 new podcasts every week. You can download them on iTunes, and I think they just hit like the top 50 most subscribed podcasts on I don't quote me. It's 50 or 500. I'm not sure. Sorry, Jordan. Anyway, the guys over there at The Art of Charm are kicking ass. I now am going to be a part of it with a quick little style tip at the end. If you're looking to just tune in to me, go to the podcast, fast forward to minute like 47, and there I am. This week, we're talking about bow ties. Guys, Art of Charm, solid guys. I totally am buying and digging what they're selling, and so I thought that I'd share my most recent collaboration. Guys, links below. Go check them out. Tell them I said hey.